What it is, what it do, my YT Gizang, y'all already know what time it is, man. This is your boy Rio, and if you are new, then welcome to the channel. Now today we finna take it up there to Washington, y'all, cause I know y'all done heard the rumors, okay? We all done heard the rumors about this trade situation when it comes to the Washington Commanders and my boy Terry McLaurin, in which I just hope it's rumors. I feel like it really is rumors, okay? Now, when it comes to Dan Orlovsky over there on First Take and ESPN, he is livid, in which he feel like it would be the dumbest thing that the Washington Commanders could ever let happen if they decide to trade Terry McLaurin. And we finna talk all about that, man. But before we get into that video, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel, man. We trying to get to 2.2K. So if y'all can help me out with that, I would gladly appreciate it. And make sure y'all get down in them comments below and let me know how y'all feel about this whole situation. Let's take a look at what Dan had to say.
You can't trade him. You can't trade him. And this is one of the dumbest things that has been a part of the NFL this offseason. It's one of the most maddening situations that I have been watching this NFL offseason. It ain't that hard. And I have had people disagree with me on that. And it's not that hard. Respectfully, Washington, you were a dumpster fire for years. You were a laughing stock. The only thing good about your organization was that young man. Every year he did it, year after year after year, for like 5 or 6 years with disaster all around you. You were the only reason why anyone spoke somewhat positively about your organization. If you don't have him, you erase everything that you did last year. Everything that you did. And I'm being respectful to Dan Quinn and Adam Peters and what they did last year. You need him. Give me receivers that impact winning as much or if not more than Terry McLaurin. I'll give you like Jamar. I'll give you like Justin. Amon-Ra St. Brown. This guy, he impacts winning. This is a team that had 6 fourth quarter comebacks, was ridiculous on fourth down. What are we doing in Washington? You finally have some good. And you finally have hope for the future.
Yes.
And you're trying to take away the one thing in your organization that before Jayden and this group got there was good. It makes no sense.
Can I ask you this question?
Hey, so look, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, okay? I agree with them. I think if they decide to let Terry McLaurin go, it would be the dumbest thing that they could ever do. You talking about a man that stuck it through and through with these guys, okay? He been with them for 5 to 6 years, somewhere around that time frame. And we all know when it comes to the Washington Commanders, they were not it for 5 to 6 years. For the time he been playing with them, they ain't been nothing. We all know that, okay? But he continued to progress and do better and better every single year, even when he was dealing with multiple quarterbacks. I cannot remember how many quarterbacks he had to deal with in the time frame of him being in Washington, but we all know, bro, like that's not an easy task, especially as a receiver, especially as the #1 receiver in that organization. And the biggest thing for me is that if they decide to let Terry McLaurin go, we don't know what their offense is going to look like. It don't matter if they got Deebo Samuels or not, okay? One thing we know for sure is Deebo Samuel is a good receiver, and we know what he did in San Fran, but that don't mean he's going to give the same performance in Washington, which I really hope he does, because this is a high-flying, high-power offense with him and McLaurin as wide receivers. But if they don't have Terry McLaurin, I don't think it's going to be the same. And when I say that, I mean that I do not believe that they're going to have a shot at getting to the NFC Championship again. I don't think they will have a shot of winning their division. They already got to go through the Eagles. You cannot afford to lose Terry McLaurin, okay? This was the best receiver that you had for years. A man that continued to progress. Even though he got older, the older he got, the better he got. I already told y'all the stats. I ain't going to say them again because I already done put it out there. But we seen it. We witnessed it. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the most underrated receivers in the NFL. And I know, I get it. You know, they having this whole conversation about Terry McLaurin wanting DK Metcalf kind of money, in which some people started to have conversations about DK Metcalf being better, or he's not worth DK Metcalf money, which I disagree. Now, if it came between the two, I would say yes. I would rather pick DK Metcalf over my boy Terry McLaurin. But at the end of the day, the Washington Commanders can't get no DK Metcalf. They have Terry McLaurin. And to be honest with you, Terry McLaurin is good enough to get paid. That's just me, all right? I don't know, man. I hope they don't mess up this chemistry between Jayden Daniels and my boy Terry McLaurin. Because now, if they lose Terry McLaurin, you can only imagine what type of damage that's going to do to Jayden Daniels. Now, I'm not saying that Jayden Daniels would be sorry. I'm not saying that at all, because at the end of the day, I do believe that Jayden Daniels is going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL for years to come. You know what I'm saying? With or without Terry McLaurin. But for his sophomore season, you would be a fool to get rid of his number one receiver, the receiver that he had so much chemistry with. We all know that Jayden Daniels is a great deep ball thrower, and we all know who was that deep ball receiver threat on that team, Terry McLaurin. Because one thing we know for sure, Terry McLaurin is very good at catching deep balls, especially with his speed. He is also one of the best receivers to catch tight throws and tight windows, bro. We've all witnessed it. We see it. So why would you let that go? Why would you let somebody go that plays a very important piece into getting back to the NFC Championship and maybe even the Super Bowl? Why? You got a young man, you have a very great young quarterback, and you're not paying him that much for 3 years. In that time span, you got enough money to give my boy McLaurin what he need before you have to end up paying that amount of money, okay? Now, a lot of people ask a lot of questions about, well, why Jayden Daniels not speaking up and stuff like that. I don't feel like it's his place to speak up. Even though he could give some type of opinion, it's still not his place. But somebody did ask him about this whole Terry McLaurin situation, and this is what he had to say. Let's take a look.
I know this team and this organization is asking a lot of you. They are not going to ask you how to sign or get Terry McLaurin into camp and figure that all out. But how do you handle a situation where there's uncertainty surrounding a player who I know means so much to you?
Yeah, control what I can control. I know one day 17 will be running out here, and hopefully soon, but I can't control what he has going on with his business or, the front office, stuff like that. I got to go out there and try to be the best version of myself each and every day. And just hope one day it all gets resolved and 17's back out here catching passes.
Look, at the end of the day, like I said, man, they can't do it without Terry McLaurin. They just can't. Even with Deebo Samuel, they not going to be the same team, bro. They're going to miss a whole big piece. Everything that they worked hard for last year, they're going to lose it. They're definitely going to lose it. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this whole situation, man. Should they trade my boy Terry McLaurin, or should they just go ahead and pay him? Drop them comments down there below. Let me know how y'all feel about this whole situation. I got to get up out of here. I love you guys. I'm going to get at y'all on the next one. Yeti.